Okay, so let's see the ideal fuel. What is the ideal fuel and the calorific value also. We'll try to understand first what is the ideal fuel. So the requirements for the ideal fuel are it must be cheaply available, means not costlier, and at the same time the given fuel but must not undergo any rapid or spontaneous combustion, means must burn at moderate rate, means not very fastly or not even very slowly, and at the same time must give large amount of energy, and finally must not evolve any harmful gases. So these are the requirements for a ideal fuel, means it should be cheaply available and it should not be much costlier, and it should burn with the moderate rate. The very important point, because like if at all we have taken something like crackers, they'll undergo explosion, right? And in such cases it is not means it is not easier for us to handle such fuel, means whatever may be the fuel, its handling must be very easier for us. That is what the rate of combustion or burning should be completely moderate. Okay, and when it is burning, it should give large amount of heat energy, because whenever we use any fuel, the main intention of our usage of fuel is to produce heat energy, right? The given fuel should be able to generate large amounts of heat energy, and while doing so, it must not evolve any of the harmful gases. So if at all any fuel satisfies all these conditions, then we call that as a ideal fuel. But anyway, in practice, we don't have any ideal fuel. So no ideal fuels available in practice. Okay, so what we'll do, see, in amount of means whatever may be the fuels available, among all this, hydrogen is one thing which is better, means it will not evolve any of the harmful gases, but and at the same time it will release the large amounts of heat energy, and it will burn at the moderate rate. But thing is, handling it is not much easier. It is highly inflammable and catches fire very easily, right? And the remaining fuels are cheaply available, not costlier, and they will burn at the moderate rate, but anyway they always evolve the harmful gases. So that is what the thing, we don't have any fuel which is perfectly ideal, right? So out of the available fuels which can release large amount of energy only will be taken as ideal fuel, means for us among all this, what point will we consider for the consideration of ideal fuel, means the amount of energy generated by the given fuel, and this thing we will measure in terms of calorific value. Okay, so what is this calorific value? See, calorific value is nothing but the amount of heat energy, because fuel must generate heat energy. So the amount of heat energy generated by burning 1 kg of fuel. And see here, as it is heat energy, we will measure the energy in terms of joules, and most probably as the energy is large in quantity, we used to measure in kilojoules. So the amount of heat energy released in kilojoules per 1 kilogram of fuel will be taken as calorific value. Hence the units of calorific value. So units of calorific value are kilojoules per kg. Okay, and how do we measure it? Means calorific value CV is equal to, what is the formula? The formula of this is heat energy released by mass of the substance. Mass of the, let's take it as a fuel, and this thing we should take in kilograms, and this thing we will take in kilojoules. So that this is a way how do we calculate the calorific value. Now, what is the best fuel means the fuel which possesses highest calorific value will be taken as best fuel, but will not be the ideal fuel, because in practice we don't have any ideal fuels because they are not going to satisfy all these conditions. Most of the fuels evolve harmful gases during burning, and most of the fuels are inflammable, they can catch fire readily. So that is whatever may be the best fuel means, the best fuel is the one which can release large amounts of heat, in the sense whose calorific value is high, that will be taken as the best fuel. Okay, have you look.